Did you say jet engine oil? Welcome to Track Tested Motorsports. My name is Jag.
And I'm Boris.
And if you're new to the channel, we're all about getting the everyday driver to the track. So consider subscribing and checking out some other videos. Now, Boris, this looks like a old school E-Class, but I think it's something special because it says V8 compressor.
So a compressor is German for supercharger.
Oh, okay.
Also known as compressor with a C.
They're a bit fancy with the
And it is old school if you're young like you are, because 2006 wasn't all that long ago.
Yeah, and this actually for me is probably when I got introduced to AMG. I didn't know what AMG was back in the day. I don't know if it's like a late 90s introduction. But yeah, this is what kicked it off for me, and also what kicked off the horsepower wars as well.
Well, you have a 2004 M3, right?
Yep.
And so you probably got introduced to these when one of these went by you. Because even though they're quite a bit heavier at almost 4,000 pounds, 3990-ish, they do have a lot of power.
So how much powers does this engine create? Because I've seen two numbers for it. What's exactly?
The higher number, 475.
Okay, what's the 469?
I think that's the brake horsepower. But either way you look at it, it's a lot of power, especially the torque. You know, with that dual scroll supercharger, it's about 516 foot-pounds, down low at like 2,000 some RPM. And you know, unlike a turbocharger, there is no lag.
Yeah.
So it really jumps. So, you know, the acceleration is, even by today's standards, it's pretty impressive. I think 0-60 about 4.5 seconds, which doesn't sound great compared to something like that Turbo S we did a review on not long ago at, you know, 2.6. Yeah. But considering the weight and the fact that, you know, these were built only for 3 years, from 2003 to 2006, back then, it was the fastest sedan on the planet. Yeah, it's pretty impressive performance, and the heart of it is that engine under the hood, the hand built. You know, that's what AMG is known for. You know, one engine builder assembles the entire engine, and it's quite the engine. You know, not just because of the supercharger, but some of the other technology like twin plugs per cylinder. So you know, there's 16 spark plugs on that engine.
I do not want to maintain this engine.
More complete combustion. So it's, you know, it's a pretty advanced engine. It's very reliable. Our friend Ralph, who's, you know, a Mercedes fanatic, he has an E53 wagon. He said there's at least one of these that's at 500,000 miles.
Wow.
So they're quite durable. You know, Mercedes builds especially this chassis. You know, it just keeps evolving. And but in the early 2000s, it was pretty solid. So it's you know, it's a solid machine. You know, like most German cars, it does require quite a bit of maintenance, and maintenance is expensive. But if it's done regularly, they will last a long time.
Now this, the manufacturer of this supercharger continues to build superchargers. Where else can I find this manufacturer?
You can find one today on a Dodge Hellcat.
So it's a muscle car.
If you can find, I saw one on the way here, a Challenger.
Wow, so
yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's one of the more expensive supercharger, you know, the way it's designed with the two scrolls compressing the air, but it's very efficient and very reliable. The only thing I don't like it is, you know, on this engine, I just did an oil change. Not only does it have two drain plugs for the oil pan alone,
wow,
but the supercharger has its own reservoir.
Okay.
And requires jet engine oil because of, you know, such high RPM that.
Wait, did you say jet engine oil?
Yes, I did. Mobil 1 jet engine oil, which is, you know, hard to find.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask next. Where can I find jet engin oil?
Yeah, on the internet, of course. And then, you know, you have to be a scientist because you have to measure a precise quantity. I always feel like I should put on a lab coat and some glasses when I do that. So, you know, it's got some peculiarities about it, but again, if it's well maintained, it'll last a long time, and it's still fun to drive.
No, it sounds pretty solid. You're going to take me for a spin in this car,
sure.
But interior-wise, you know, two-tone. It looks like black on burgundy. It's a unique color. And it's held up really well after these past 15 years.
You know, this particular car has nearly 129,000 miles on it, and as I said before, it's 16 years old. But if you look at the interior, the leather's still soft.
I mean, even the exterior is so clean. It's so well maintained.
Yeah. You know, the owner has several cars, so they're all always immaculate. But the interior not only in good condition, it's, you know, it's well laid out. It's roomy. the trunk is, I'm going to use the word ginormous, even though I don't like to use makeup words.
It's massive.
It's massive. Yeah, it's really large. And the car is fairly compact. You know, the generation that replaced it, of course, got bigger. But for its compact dimensions, it's very practical.
Now,
and it's smooth and quiet also.
I see the interior. It's an automatic, but I see 3 pedals. What's this one over here to the far left?
Well,
is that a emergency brake?
There's actually 4 if you count the parking brake.
Is that what
a dead pedal, right?
Is this like an old school truck?
Yeah, parking brake.
Parking brake?
Mechanical parking brake. And then there's a dead pedal and of course the brake and throttle. Yeah, the only thing that would make it better is a manual transmission.
Yeah.
And boy, that would be so much fun. It'd be like a four-door pony car with the power and the rear-wheel drive and the limited slip diff. It would really be fun.
Now, is the owner looking to let this go?
Yeah, you know, I just had a conversation with him about it today. He's downsizing the fleet. So sadly, this one's going to go because it's the oldest in the fleet and the most miles. So yeah, some lucky individual is going to get this car which still has a lot of life left in it.
Yeah, the ones I've seen online are heavily modified, and this is the only like close to OEM. Pretty much it is OEM.
Yeah, this one's all stock.
Yeah, so if you're looking for something that's very stock in an E55 AMG, this is definitely the one to get.
Yeah, he had it gone through a couple years ago. You know, the suspension, the belts, the cooling system. I love the brakes on these. You know, it's got those massive Brembo brakes. Even though they're only 18-inch wheels, you know, the size of the rotors and the brake and the calipers is pretty impressive. I think it'd be fun at a big track like Road America.
Yeah, especially on the long straightaway.
Exactly.
But Boris, I guess let's jump in and give me a ride.
All right, let's do it.
With that, my name is Jag.
And I'm Boris.
And we'll see you later.